Where were we? NRG Faze. So we watched the NRG getting stomped by Faze in game 2. They go 3-0 down in the best of 7. And now the reverse sweep commences. Let's go and see what happened. We'll go in squishy POV for game 1. Well, it's game 4, I should say. Now, we were talking about this kickoff a lot earlier. Now, NRG in game 4, they should know by now what Faze are trying to do. Faze always going for the back corner kickoff towards either First Killer or AJ, it would seem. And, like, it's really risky. Like, I've spoken about it, but the counter is for Garrett to just do a big 1v1 kickoff, dodge to the left, get a big block. But it looks like we've seen... I've watched kickoffs from Garrett and Squishy. I've not seen Justin do a kickoff yet. But it doesn't seem like either of them know the counter of this. Like, Garrett has to flip to the left here if he wants to counter the back corner kickoff. And he needs to, like, try and absolutely slam the ball like his life depends on it. So it pings out of this 50 really, really hard, and he gets as many touches on it as possible. But he dodges to the right and kind of only gets one touch. So it goes right at First Killer. IG Matt, thanks for the 11-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. Already NRG down here. Was that a double commit? No, Justin's out of the game. Oh, Garrett kind of committed as well. Where's Garrett going? Where's Garrett going in this play? Is he looking for a boost? Oh no, he just simply double committed. Yeah, it's just a misplay. Just a mistake by Garrett G, unfortunately for NRG. Oh, wait. Pause. This comment in chat, I've seen this before. This is some really, really old-fashioned copium. Johnny boy, it's too fast to understand. You shouldn't slow it down, as it looks easier slowing it down. You should watch it in real speed. This is some really, like, prehistoric copium. I remember seeing this, like, years ago. When I did an RLCS VOD review, I, like, paused to highlight a misplay. And then someone in chat was like, you shouldn't do this because... you know, when you're playing at full speed, it's impossible to play the game perfectly. So why are you highlighting any misplays? Like, crazy. That's still that thought process still exists. That actually still exists. Yeah, Squishy just trying to pressure there so he can get free touches for his teammates. What's going on with this? Why is the ball just floating here? What's going on? So Sypical's downfield. First Killer bumps Squishy on his way to the ball. Pops it. Where's AJ going? Why is he not just ready for this? This pass is beautiful. This pop is, like, so juicy. Where is AJ going? What? Why isn't he just sitting back and now flying up at this ball? Where is he going? I don't know where he's going. I've come to the conclusion that I actually don't know where AJ is going in that play. He just seems to be driving around randomly. I'll be completely honest with you guys. Maybe that's why NRG were able to get the reverse sweep here. Let's see. It's a good save. And nice ball cam by Squishy. Great pass by First Killer. I think, well, he's obviously trying to back pass here, which is not a terrible idea. Like, just maybe not that hard when Sypical's on 11 boost. Bam! Come on, Sypical, get that. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know about these plays by Faze. I like the back pass idea, but that was a vicious back pass. Then again, you don't want to hit your back passes too soft, because then, you know, those back passes that come at you softly, you can't even get to them. Why is no... I'm so confused. It's a little bit close on this 50-50 by Squishy. Like, at this moment, Squishy's kind of positioning to get ready for Justin to get the ball past Sypical. That's why he's this far forward, because it looks like there might be a chance that Justin can air dribble this over Sypical. But as soon as this happens, I think now, you know, it very much looks like Sypical's going to hit that. And in this live play, since somebody doesn't want me to pause it, I mean, yeah, I mean, that definitely looks like Sypical's going to get a touch. So maybe hanging back a little bit more would make sense. Curious about AJ's positioning again. Yeah, so the way the sypical deflects the ball is definitely not ideal for Faze there, but it's fine. It's fine. Nothing they can't deal with. It's a very nice pass by sypical there. First killer bangs it top corner, of course. And Squishy's able to get the save. So good positioning to cover pretty much the fastest counter attack that would have been possible for NRG. Squishy playing a very safe touch here, which kind of makes it look as if he expected a Faze player to be coming at him side on. Yeah, he's hitting that sideways, so he doesn't want to get dunked on, which is, you know, a good thing to be thinking. Definitely not good to get dunked on. But one thing I would have liked to see from Squishy here is ball cam off in this play. Like, he should not be driving here with ball cam on. He should have ball cam off, and he should be looking for a demo, because there's currently one player back for Faze. One player only. And if Squishy can demo him, then Garrett centers it. It's wide open for Justin. So all Squishy has to do here is turn off ball cam, demo first killer. But he leaves ball cam on, and I'm not sure why. And then he doesn't get the demo, and there's no goal. But I think this would have been a goal if, I mean, we can look at first killer's POV, but I think this is a goal if Squishy demos him. I mean, yeah, no, there's absolutely no doubt that's a goal for Justin if Squishy wait, where's Justin going? I take it back. Justin's got better things to do, such as grabbing the back corner boost, apparently. Okay, I don't know anything, clearly. What is going on? I honestly don't know what I'm looking at, guys. Like, I've not watched this this replay. I briefly watched this game on the VOD, but I've not looked at the replay yet. So Justin's in the middle. Wait, we need to go back further. We need to go back even further. What is happening here? So yeah, good challenge by Justin. That makes sense. Now pads, small pads. Yep, one. Oh my goodness, you gotta have. We gotta have ball cam on though. I mean, that could just be a center. If Squishy gets the demo, it's just open. This is like the inactivity in this play is way too prevalent. Like, this should be a small pads play for sure for Justin. There's pretty much no situation where you need to rotate, because the only reason you'd need to rotate like Justin does is if you're the last man back, which he isn't. Garrett's actually backing him up here, so he's not the last man back. So he should definitely stick around in this play, because Garrett's last man back now. Justin is second man. He's waiting in the middle. So he could have probably like done a little circle here, like grab that boost pad, turn back in. I mean, yeah, Squishy lands a demo. Justin turns with small boost pads. It's just open, but yeah, I don't know what's going on here. The main thing though, like, you know, Justin definitely like didn't read the play, and he didn't realize that there was an attacking chance in the position, and he left way too soon to get boost. But this, I mean, that's a decision that's, you know, sometimes quite tough to make in a moment. But the only reason to leave ball cam on here for Squishy is if he thinks Garrett is going to pass to him, and this is not a pass. I mean, that's a 50-50. So as soon as Squishy realizes this is a 50-50, he should turn ball cam off. Like, leaving it on until that moment is fine. Like, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Like, this is the moment that Squishy should turn off ball cam, because that's a 50-50. That's not a pass. And also, he should realize that a 50-50 could bounce middle for Justin, and then the demo's a goal. But he doesn't go for the demo, which might stem from a lack of demo practice. Certain commandments come to mind. Isn't Justin effectively last back while Garrett is challenging? Well, yeah, but he can get back just as quickly. Well, I'm going to go back, since that's a good question. It's a good question. But Justin, yes, in this position, he is effectively last back. Right here, if Garrett challenges, Justin is the last man back. However, if he just hangs around in the middle here, grabs a pad, you know, the decision making immediately upon landing is kind of awkward, because he turns towards the ball. Probably would have made more sense to turn left and just keep getting pads right in front of him. But the position that he ends up in, he could actually just stay in there. He could stay in this position. But yeah, he's going straight towards a boost pad here. I think, why not just go towards the boost that he's flying towards, like this one, this one. This one, maybe get a couple demos, depending on what happens in front of you. Like, there's boost here. There's boost in the middle of the field. Lots of it, actually. And if you end up realizing, like right now, let's say Justin grabs this boost pad, maybe he grabs this one, then he sees that Sypical's leaving and he thinks, nah, I'm not going to chase for that demo. Not worth it. I'm going to go back to the middle. Let's grab this boost pad. He grabs this one. So maybe he's grabbed 3 small boost pads. And yeah, he'd be coming around here. Maybe he's here. So I think he's probably on this small boost pad. He could maybe even just bump first killer. He could be the one bumping. And then it's open for Squishy, you know? He could actually be the one that's bumping first, who's rotating back. He'd be around about here if he's doing what I think would be the optimal play. And yeah, by the time that the challenge from Garrett happens, Justin would have had time to drive, probably turn around and drive over this boost pad as well. Like, there's a lot of time gone by. Look where he is. He's all the way over here. He's driven in a circle and gone over here. So he could have gone quite far, like over small boost pads in the middle of the field in that time. And yeah, just kind of position around about here. If the 50 goes bad, it's fine. He's got, what, 36 boost by now? He can just rotate in. If not, turns, goes towards the goal. You know, just being close to the play allows you to do anything. But when you're when you're that far away from the play like he is, he can't react to this. Like, whatever happens, he can't do anything about it. First might demo him. Yeah, first might demo him. But if you're being demoed, like if you're going for a head-on collision with somebody and you realize that they're going to demo you, if you just I'm pretty sure you can like mess up their car sometimes. Like I know you guys will probably know what I mean when I say sometimes you demo someone and your car like falls over. So yeah, he could have just grabbed a couple boost pads, done a speed flip into first killer, double demo, you know? Like, Justin knows how to accelerate. You don't need a lot of boost to get a speed flip into supersonic these days. Especially for pro players. Broby1 Bernobi, thanks to the 33-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. The Squishy doing what's always a smart play, trying to get a touch towards a teammate. Justin not able to play off that one though. No one would have been on their way back. Honestly, if you guys still think that Justin made the correct play in that position, I don't know what to do to help you. I don't know how I can explain this. Like, I explained this, and then I explained it as if, you know what they say, if you can't explain something to someone who's 5, then you can't really explain it. Well, I feel like I did. I feel like that explanation would work for most 5-year-olds. If it didn't work for you, I don't know what to tell you. Honestly, I don't. But what I do know what to tell you is anyone who's like a massive NRG fan and thinks that NRG can't do any wrong because the game's so fast that there are no mistakes. There's no such thing as mistakes at this speed, and that players should not be held accountable for the mistakes because they're not mistakes in the first place. Then you're wrong. All pro players make mistakes. Clearly, first killer not obeying the commandments here. Going for demos in a pro game. Cringe. It's a very good choice to respawn on the left though by Squishy. Shame that Justin didn't hear the call. I'm sure Squishy calmed that he had that, but Justin didn't know. It's a good try by AJ there. Tough to really cover everything, so it looks like NRG are boost starved. Like in this position, some people are probably watching this yelling like, why is no one on the backboard? But actually, Justin's coming back with 0. Garrett, 26. Like, that touch is just way too high. Garrett knows if he goes on the backboard for this, he's probably going to get dusted anyway, so doesn't bother going. This is all about control. Energy not in a decent spot. So, like, in these, like, awkward positions where you need more boost, and you're trying to just get out of defense, it's all about control. Back corner 50-50s usually favor the defense. If it's done properly, if goal side 50-50s are done. If no one made mistakes, most games would be 0 goals. Yeah, the majority of goals right now in pro play come from mistakes. What? Wait, what? What is going on here? Why is Justin waltzing down the field? And nobody is doing anything about it. Here comes Justin. Still going. I think this is like one of the biggest issues with Faze. Well, this play illustrates one of the biggest issues, or I would argue the biggest problem with Faze is that they don't play for each other. So I'll talk you through this if you don't know what I mean by that. But yeah, AJ and Sypical getting in each other's way a little bit. That's just, you know, communication mistake. They didn't have the, you know, Sypical popped this. AJ thought it was for him. Sypical thought it was for him. That happens. But now, right here, what immediately happens after that mistake, it kind of shows you the mentality that FaZe have when they're defending. So Sypical's out of the game. AJ's out of the game. Right here. Now, chat, what should one of them do? Since they're both out of the game and First Killer's alone in defense. What should one of Sypical and AJ do? And this is like, you know, it doesn't really matter who, as long as one of them does it. Yeah, see, chat knows. Ball chase. Chase the ball. That's correct. Chase the ball. However, they both autopilot away from the play. Sypical flips down the middle, and AJ flips miles away from the play. So they have a lot of faith in First Killer being able to deal with the attack that's coming towards them. But First Killer's in a really awkward spot. Like, he's completely alone. His teammates have double committed, and now he's defending alone against Justin. Now, Justin's first touch really isn't the best here. He could have done a lot better with that. Quickly put the ball in a position where he's threatening a shot. This is quite a slow play, taking a while to get started. He's mind gaming. Now finally the shot comes in, and it's not on target. So actually Justin didn't do the best job with this attack. You know, he could have punished FaZe a lot harder for that double commit on nothing. Like if you know, Justin hits that ball, you know, a little bit better off the sidewall, so that he can quickly get a shot off, this could be really dangerous. But yeah, long story short, First Killer has no help in this play. He has no help at all. His teammates are both just leaving. And if you're in this position that First Killer's in, you'd much rather Sypical, like, going towards the ball here. You know, maybe First Killer would disagree because he thinks FaZe are perfect. But if he disagrees, then he's wrong as well. Because the correct play here for, well, the ideal play, if you're in this car here, if this is you, ideally, Sypical goes towards the ball. Whether it's 0 boost, 12 boost, 20 boost, whatever it is, you know, if he just flips towards the ball here, Justin has to do something to get the ball past him. And anyone who's thinking that, no, First Killer should just challenge. Well, the problem with that is if Sypical's not actually covering the net here, and if Justin, like, played a little bit more efficiently here, he could have just taken a shot faster than Sypical can get back. Yeah, sometimes it's better to rotate towards the ball, well, basically when the other team have it. If your team has the ball, it's generally better to rotate away from the ball. If the other team has the ball, you got to have somebody pressuring the ball. If you have 2 players out of the game and the other team have the ball, one of you better be rotating towards the ball. That's the kind of rule that you should play by. And yeah, it looks like AJ kind of landed badly here, so he's facing the wrong way. Sypical should probably just try and speed flip. You should try and grab a small boost pad and speed flip towards Justin. Or just flip. Like, if he just flips in this direction here and Sypical's like here, that's awkward. You know, Sypical's in this area. Even if he's out of boost, Justin doesn't know that. If Sypical's here, he's forcing Justin to make a play, like, sooner. And that gives First Killer more time to react to the play that happens, which is what you're trying to do. When you're defending in Rocket League, you're trying to give your teammates time to react to the play that comes your way. And that's why when this play first happened, I was thinking, why is nobody doing anything here? What is happening? But it's because everybody rotated away from the play. Yeah, especially if you're wanting to get better at 2v2 ranked, you pretty much rotate towards the ball every time. If you're out the game and the other team has the ball, go towards the ball. Like 99 times out of 100, you're supposed to go towards the ball. And now 3v3, you have a third man usually in every play. And it's rare. Like right now, you see, this is a good example of when you shouldn't rotate towards the ball. So, you know, Squishy's the only one out of the game here. Garrett and Justin are both in the play. So in that case, you don't need to immediately rotate towards the ball because Garrett should be able to slow down the play here. He should be able to force a touch from Faze that won't be difficult for Justin to deal with. So this is fine. Rotating away from the play here is absolutely fine because you still have 2 players in the play. But yeah, if that was a double commit from NRG and they had only 1 person back, then yeah, it's probably better if somebody goes towards the ball, help out that guy. It's a great catch. Very tough for Faze to see that coming. What do I mean rotate towards the ball? Well, let's just rewind and I'll point it out exactly. So, in this position, Squishy is out of the game. He's not currently influencing the play. Justin and Garrett are the only players who are in the game for NRG. Squishy needs to rotate back before he's in the game again. Now the ball is on this side of the field. It's on the right side of the field. Rotating towards the ball would mean rotating on the right side of the field, just literally towards the ball. Rotating away from the ball or away from the play is like this, what Squishy does here. And that is generally what you do if you're the only player in your team who's out of the game. You just rotate away. Even when but there's even cases where you're the only player not in your team out of the game and you still want to rotate towards the ball. Like going towards the ball on your rotation is a very underutilized idea in high level Rocket League. Let's get back to where we were. This is the reverse sweep extra. The NRG versus Faze reverse sweep. Hold on a second here. Okay. The replay baited us. It looked like Squishy took 200s, but the first one was fake. Rampage RL, thanks to the 64-month tier 1. Really appreciate that. It's a bit of a heavy touch from Squishy, but he's in a bit of a predicament here because if he touches this too softly and he's not going fast, then he's just going to get demoed by First Killer, so he has to go fast. But if he touches it too hard, he's just giving it to AJ, which is exactly what he does. No, Regional 2, extra Regional 2. Lower final. Yeah, it's a bit of a heavy touch there. Squishy keeping the ball cam on. See, this is exactly what he did earlier, and this is good to do. Like when you're upfield in a position that could be receiving a pass, keep the ball cam on. But as soon as he realizes that there's no pass coming his way, he turns ball cam off. So this time he actually does exactly what I was saying he should have done earlier. He turns ball cam off and he looks for a demo. So if Squishy had done that play that we just saw earlier in the game, we might have seen a goal scoring chance for NRG. Obviously other things had to happen as well, such as Justin staying in the play and not just ditching. But it's a play that's very standard. Here we're seeing again Squishy just staying in the play. He's got 35 boost. That's plenty. Why do you rotate? You know, why rotate? You've got plenty boost. This is really good to stay active in the play here. He's providing Justin with a passing option far post, and Garrett let's watch Garrett for the last few seconds. You see Squishy staying in. So he's just going to rotate here. Now he's rotating here. Just covering whatever happens from his teammates in front of him. So that's good positioning. Okay. Garrett might be back corner now. I think like quite often there's just an air dribble. As I think this is the default for most NA matches I've seen. Saw someone saying you're giving out your secrets extra. Really? Who said that? I've definitely not quoted anything from the BDS rulebook. This is a good pressure play by Squishy, just forcing a move. Yeah, just forcing a 50. It's perfect. Wait, why is this a goal? I mean, I didn't think it was that perfect. Oh dear. Uh-oh. It looks like First Killer thought Sypical would be there. Bit of a gap in the rotation here for Faze. Oh yeah, Sypical just took the scenic route. Yeah, he just took longer than First Killer expected. He probably thought the Sypical was just going to go small pads. Like, you know, if you're on 0 boost and you want to go back, obviously you can go all the way out to the side boost or all the way back for the corner. But there's also like a nice little like inner circuit of boost. See that? It's almost like Psionics have drawn it in a circle so that people can drive over it. Not that anyone ever has. Obviously every Rocket League player that ever existed only goes for the big boosts, and these are not in fact here. But look at that. Isn't it beautiful how they just all line up and you can just grab them one after another? And they're like on the inside lane. Do you guys know that the inside lane is shorter than the outside lane? Like if you look at an Olympic track, and you watch a 400-meter race, it's crazy. The guys on the outside, they start way ahead because they're on a longer track. And by the time they reach the end, the guy on the inside sometimes wins. I know. I'm blowing the minds of many people here who only go for big boosts. But actually, if you drive on the small boost pads like this, you'll get back to defense faster. What kind of black magic is this? It's called EU Rocket League. Oh, Frick, thanks to the 3-month Prime. I appreciate that, man. Did I do EU before? No, I've not looked at any EU tonight. The reason I'm looking at NA extra is because I was away on the weekend that this match was played, so I didn't get to watch it properly. And I told my stream that I'd watch it, and they were like, yeah, watch it on stream, so here we are. But I sometimes do EU as well. Why, you trying to catch the BDS Grand Final 4-0, like speedrun analysis? I was like, wow, I guess BDS really had somewhere to be. Oh yeah, this unlucky 0-second play. But yeah, this game definitely NRG played better than Faze. Faze making quite a few defensive mistakes, and this could have been more. Could have been more than 2-1 in the first game, definitely. Right, let's take a look at. We'll go Justin for this game. I want to see what Justin's getting up to. Oh, bit of a restart. So is this the same kickoff again? Do they always go for a back corner kickoff? Oh, even on the straight spawn. Who is it this time? Sypical. Let's see. Man, FaZe, they're so shameless with it. They're so shameless with their back corner kickoffs. They really don't respect anyone on NRG to just crush them with a 1v1 main kickoff. Let's see, hold on. That's better. That's actually better by Garrett. The only thing that's stopping them from getting a big win on this is, you know, just the luck of the draw, really. I mean, there's always an element of randomness with kickoffs. No one's ever going to do the exact same thing twice, but Garrett does the right thing here. Goal side, flips with the ball, and that makes it much harder for First Skiller to get an immediate chance on net. So this is decent. Justin, that's what we're looking for. This is good positioning by Squishy on the respawn. He sees that Justin's going to try and lob the ball middle. Stuff like that doesn't even need to be called usually in comms, because you just know after playing with people long enough. Wait, I thought that was open. Wait, Justin? Is Justin just getting bored? Like, why are we challenging in reverse? What is going on here? A little bit sus. We're still reversing. Justin is actually just bored. Good save by Garrett. Now, I'm curious, okay. Squishy in this play, doing the same play that he did at the end of the last game. He's the only player in his team who's out of the game. So he rotates away from the play. Like, really away from the play. Which is fine. But, you know, I think he probably could have gone for the small pads, the ones I was pointing out before. Just, like, go for these, and these back much quicker. And there's so many small pads that you can just get pretty much the same amount of boost as you would have had anyway. So, yeah, could probably get back quicker. But the issue for NRG in this play, whoops, is that there's no synergy with Justin and Garrett here. So Garrett's just flipped away from the play, and now he's boosting away from the play. So if you're like, okay, I'll actually leave this one up to chat. Chat, what is wrong? See, can anybody explain what is wrong with this challenge from Justin? It's not a long. There's nothing complicated here. We'll play chat guesses. He's last man. No, that's not necessarily a problem. Garrett can't challenge. Garrett not entirely back. There's no one to follow up. No one back. Yeah, a couple of good answers here, but yeah, no follow-up is the main one. Like, if you're... this is, again, I'm going to use the 2v2 analogy. Just imagine that we're playing 2v2 here. Except generally in 2v2, a player wouldn't be there. AJ being there is a bit weird, so let's try and crop AJ out of the frame. This looks like more like a 2v2 position here. Something that would happen in twos. It's really hard to crop AJ out of the frame, isn't it? We need to be very precise here. Yeah, we can't really do it. But yeah, imagine that AJ isn't there. and that the only players who are playing the game are Justin, FairJame, Sypical, and Garrett. This would not be a good challenge. It would be a bad challenge because it's a 50-50, and Sypical's ready to make a move on what happens next, and Garrett is not. So if you think about it like that, like Squishy, although he's in your team, he's not currently playing in this game. He's getting boost. He's not in this game. The only players in the game right now are Justin, FairJame, Sypical, Garrett. Not even AJ. AJ's not actively in the game. He needs to rotate a little bit. So when you think about it like that, this challenge from Justin doesn't make sense because the team who are going to get the ball off this are Faze. And, you know, was there an imminent threat that needed to be stopped here? Not really. Like, do you need to challenge this? Is that, like, the plays that you need to challenge consist of undefendable shots, undefendable passes, and other things of that deadly nature. Is what FairJame is about to do an undefendable shot? No, he's just going to hit the ball in defense, and if he happens to shoot it, then Garrett should be able to recover in time. Let's see from FairJame. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to bang this. The ball rolling away from him does not help him shoot this fast. Like right now, when that ball's moving away from him, it's actually quite hard for him to like boom it on net, so Garrett would probably be able to cut it off. That being said, FairJame is very good at shooting, so I can understand Justin's fear. But the key with this challenge, if he does insist on challenging here, is that he doesn't like take himself out of the game. He just wants to play a neutral challenge. Probably better to just try and stop what FairJame is doing and then continue to pressure the ball. And things that are pretty good at that are single jump challenges. You know, you could even like try and you know, jump in front of the ball and then backflip to just absorb this. As long as he's pressuring FairJame here and stays on the ball, then Garrett has help. Like right now, Garrett has no help. Garrett's alone because that FairJame or that Justin challenge didn't have any follow up. You understand why he challenges it? Yeah, of course. Extra can see that. Yeah, extra. You guys don't. You never not challenge. BDS are just like go go go. But it gets you in trouble. I mean, the thing with challenges is like you're not trying to like. Not every challenge in Rocket League should be a big win. Like that shouldn't. The mentality for Justin in that challenge shouldn't be let's try and win this. It should be let's try and not lose this. Like in some positions, it's better to try and not lose than it is to try and win. You know, sometimes you have to go for the win, but not that challenge. Too risky. You gotta just buy time for your teammates to recover. It's good speed. This must have been a bit awkward for AJ to know what's happening here because he's got Garrett right in front of him, and then out of nowhere Justin jumps over him. Yeah, he didn't see Justin coming in. A good placement though. Yeah, I think the two main problems that I've seen from NRG so far in these games is that sometimes the rotations just take way too long. They're just out the game forever. And yeah, there's been a couple of times where I would have liked to see like just either, you know, like Squishy making that demo play instead of leaving ball cam on, or like there Justin just trying to slow the FairJame down instead of challenging. Like, you know, you can fake a challenge and accomplish the same thing that a challenge does. 3v3 fake challenges are kind of underutilized. Everybody just bum rushes the ball because the pitch is so small. I did play some SSG replays earlier on tonight actually, but I'm not going to do any more. This is good from Justin. Leaves on the ball cam because he knows that Garrett might pass to him. And this is, okay, here's a position where the challenge is absolutely necessary. Justin and Garrett both commit. There's a reasonable chance that they're scoring here, so you can see why they would go for this. Like here. Yeah, that's a pretty decent goal scoring chance. Garrett decides it's worth the risk jumping for. You could, you know, depending on the scoreline, depending on the day, decide that it's better to turn away there. But yeah, a lot of players are going to go for this. But now Squishy's last man back, so you might be expecting that I'm going to tell you guys that you shouldn't go for this challenge. But actually, I kind of like it because he doesn't have any backup. Like, the difference between this challenge and the one that Justin did is that Justin did have someone else in the play with him, Garrett. He just wasn't ready to turn on the ball. So Justin should be trying to slow down the play, wait until Garrett's ready to follow up on what he's doing, and then put a challenge in. Whereas here, Squishy's completely alone. Now, if he just backs off here, Sypical's going to pass the ball to AJ, and then he's probably going to run ahead and try and demo Squishy, and Squishy's just in a 1v2 and he's got no chance of being the favorite. Like, you're just going to lose most 1v2s, the nature of 1v2s. So he decides, actually, I might be able to stop this, and he just goes. So that's actually really smart. And not only that, they get a goal out of it. So, you know, you might think that if it's dumb to dive as second man, it must be dumb to dive as third man, but that's not in fact the case. Sometimes diving as third man is your best chance. The best chance you're going to get. No teammates recovering anytime soon? Well, might as well take this opportunity to get in there. Let's go back on Justin here. NA plays like 2010's France rugby, beautiful style. After 8 minutes, their jerseys are still clean while their opponents have won and covered in mud. It's a good analogy. Right as you say that, Justin is turning around and trying to bump an opponent, so bad timing on that one. Tough one. So I guess Squishy must have called that he's missing, and then he's like, oh no, actually, oh sorry. Like, if I was to guess the comms here, Squishy's like, you. Oh no, wait, I have one more time. Oh no, I'm sorry. I don't know if they have a comms video for this to confirm or deny. Alright. Man, so like, yeah. So save some boost, Justin, man. Save some boost for the children. Where's all this boost going? Like right here. I know everybody's so desperate to just get back down to the ground. He's like, oh, I'm in the air. Yuck. Get me back down to the ground. He uses like 20 boosts to get back down to the ground. 12 boost, gone. Okay, now that the 100 didn't spawn, he's like, fine, I'll save my small pads. I've seen this a few times tonight, where it takes a 100 boost not being there for a pro player to enter boost management mode. It's like boost management mode has been initiated because the big pad wasn't there. But until they go to the big pad, small pads, what are they? I'm using that. Interesting stream format. It's something I've decided to go back to. Everybody thinks that. I think I had one person making a comment on a YouTube video recently. I was doing like a watch party. They're like, Johnny's stealing ideas from Greg, and I was like, does Greg do watch parties? And secondly, I've been doing this for years. But quite a novel idea indeed. I could see why somebody would think that neither of us would be able to come up with this on our own. It's very, very intelligent. So somebody must have stolen this. Uh-oh. Tough read to be fair. You know, I was telling you guys earlier that if there's an undefendable shot coming, you just have to go. Yeah, against Faze, you're not saving this shot. If that's a good shot and you're in net, you're not saving it. So actually Justin jumping for this makes sense. He's last man and he just has to go. Because this is going to be an undefendable shot. Like that, if he lets that bounce, if he just goes to net here and turns around, it's top corner over the top of him. So actually jumping forces AJ to, think about where Justin is. And the fact that Justin is there probably put AJ off. We'll take a look to see if that's true. It looks like he just didn't have enough boost. Good try though. Analyzing replays in gaming has been a thing for decades. I used to love watching League of Legends replay analysis. I've still got like some, I've got some ancient YouTube videos from like, it wasn't even replay analysis back then because you couldn't get the replays, if I'm not mistaken. Or I didn't know how to. But I've got like RLCS and VOD reviews. Because I didn't even know where I could get the replays. But yeah, since ballchasing.com happened, replay casts, replay reviews, such a great addition. I wish it would be really cool if in Rocket League, every single ranked game that's ever played just enters a database that anyone can download. So we could like see all of the matchups that all of you guys have wanted to see for so long. This is kind of an interesting play here. We need to rewind a little bit further though, because Squishy's making a play. Outplays one, goes for the boost steal. He's kind of hoping that somebody's going to be next up on the play here, but Justin's quite far away. And this touch from First Killer completely takes Justin out of the game. Doesn't look like much, but takes him out of the game. Look at this. Just like that, Justin gone. So Justin's trying to he's trying to preemptively anticipate where the play is going to go. He thinks First Killer's going to hit this high. First Killer, you know, quite brilliantly hits it infield. So that's really, really, really good touch. Justin's out of the game. And Squishy's, meanwhile, rotated to the other side of the field. Again, with ball cam on. He doesn't like leaving, he doesn't like always leave ball cam off. Like right here, I mean, he's turning ball cam on to see if Justin's hitting this, I guess. He thinks maybe Justin could be behind him and hitting this ball. So he's turning it around. Maybe he's imagining the perfect redirect. He's going to doink it on target. But, I mean, most pros in this position are turning off ball cam and trying to demo this guy because he's the last man. Squishy doesn't do this a lot. He doesn't. We've watched, I think, 3 games. Is it 3 games now? Is it 2? I think we're on game 2, actually. And again, he just leaves ball cam on the whole time. Always looking for that redirect. It's a really big play by First Killer, but I feel bad for Garrett in this play because his teammates have just left him. Like, as soon as First Killer outplays Justin here, I feel like Justin should probably just, like, admit, okay, that surprised me. Just reverse, jump off the wall, wave dash, influence the play. Instead of doing this, driving away, doing absolutely nothing, and leaving Garrett to defend by himself. Because this is kind of similar to what Faze did when Sypical and AJ both just ditched First Killer and left him to defend by himself. Like at this moment, right, as soon as this touch happens, there you go. Justin's realized what happened. He should just do the fastest way to get back is probably just to reverse down the wall, wave dash the landing, like jump off the wall, wave dash, speed flip. You're in the play, you know. You're able to catch up to this, or just turn and then wave dash infield, like anything. Just go towards the ball here. Because yeah, Garrett made to look silly, but it's not even his fault. Like he's just third man and nobody pressures, and then First Killer fakes him. Wow, bro, always a mistake. Not like someone can get outplayed or something. Well, that's the thing, mate. That's the thing. If Justin just ball chased, Garrett wouldn't have got outplayed. Wrap your head around that one. Maybe write it on a wall, laminate it, frame it. You can stick it above your bed so every night when you fall asleep you look up at that. Maybe put it on an inspirational kind of background, a sunset or something. It'll change your life. Ball chase so that your teammates don't have to get outplayed. I know. Crazy. Woo! That was unreal from Justin. Yeah, they did it. So that's 2. All right. That's probably the moment where FaZe started to worry. Because we just had 2 games in a row. They were 3-0. Now they're 3-2. QB1999. Thanks for the prime. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Garrett GPOV time. He forces a touch. His teammates have an easy ball, and that boosts his respawning. Not now though. Garrett will probably want to take a 50 here. Yeah, very smart. So the safe. That's like the biggest, most obvious example of playing to not get a big loss in a position compared to playing for the win. Just take the 50-50 in defense. Don't go for a silly flick that's gonna go nowhere. Wait, is this Justin? No, we're on Garrett, right? I think we're on Garrett. I think Squishy must have no boost. Does he? Yeah, he can't. He doesn't have enough to get up for that. But you know, it's probably still a position that Squishy should try and get a touch on the ball. So right here, he's got 22 boost. First Killer is air dribbling. So you know, I mean, if Justin goes up for this, is Squishy making a save? I don't know. Maybe Squishy could have just gone for this, left Justin in net. Analyze grand final replays. Not tonight. No, I'll just do this one tonight. Great pass. I mean, It's a really well hit pass, but it's definitely something FaZe should see coming. I mean, this is an NRG classic. They love to infield pass here. AJ's out of boost though. I think first killer might be the same. Oh no, never mind. First killer's got 100 boost. Yeah, there's just nothing he could do after this touch not being as good as he wanted. He wanted to deflect that into the corner. It just doesn't go anywhere. And Sypical, how's he doing? What's happening, Sypical? Okay, small pads. I like it. Kind of an awkward position to end up in though. Not that useful. To be in the middle. It's kind of, this is like no man's land when you're defending. Like anytime the ball centers and you're just right in the middle of the box, very often it'll just end up above your head. So maybe just a slight, you know, angular approach would have given him a better chance. Yeah, AJ boost starved. And they just get outplayed by the great pass. Back post rotate for once. You might be right. Hey! Look at this. Look at this. It's been a while, but we've actually seen NRG have not given the back corner kickoff to FaZe. And wait a minute, is that FaZe not going for the back corner kickoff? Do I see Sypical flipping into the ball with the front end of his car? I feel like all this series they've been going for back corners. Maybe I missed. I was probably looking at my chat when NRG like big time countered one. Very nice. Just too easy for NRG. Third man baited into the play here. Sypical should not be going. I mean, yeah, he's not even close. Not even close. Yeah, he's got to think that he's getting beaten there. That's just careless. I mean, this is probably just tilt to this point. And it's wait, an open net miss. It's fine though. Open net pass. Open net pass by Squishy. Hey, look at this. So no more back corner kickoffs for FaZe. Do you think they're communicating still? Do you guys in chat think FaZe are still talking? Or maybe they've just stopped talking at this point. They've lost 2 games in a row against NRG. They're perma-tilted. They're not talking. So how are they supposed to communicate back corner kickoffs if they're not talking to each other? That could be what's happening here. Because they've stopped doing that kickoff strat. Mike's muted. Deafened. Tilted. Where's Justin going? Where's Justin at this point? Hold up. Man, Justin just like really wants the big boosts like permanently. He's got 36 boost, that's a lot, man. Just get a couple small pads, you're laughing. So many times he's just flipping away for a big boost. He's like, well, that was not there. Next one. Nice. But I feel like the offense just grinds to a halt because nobody's able to follow up quickly. Such a big disconnect in this play. That's great by Garrett. Really well done. For Justin's farming speed. Yeah, he's going for the average speed. What a pass as well. Decent shot. Good speed again. Justin's still farming speed. Let's get back in Garrett G-Cam. Yeah, it's really smart that he didn't go for this. Whoa! Okay, I thought he was just going to stay on the ground here. I mean... We gotta go easy on Garrett. He was sick this day, but he must have had some like massive stomach pain to think that pre-jump in there made any sense. At that moment, he must have been like, oh, the stomach. Sorry guys. I don't know what I was thinking pre-jumping. Speed merchant. I like speed merchant. Oh. I guess Squishy's permission to show these replays. Come to think of it, I did not, so I better do this, huh? Aha! Now we're safe. Nobody can prove that this is in fact NRG. And based on the gameplay, I mean, we could be watching literally any ranked game from GC2 upwards. I'm joking. Get out of here with your copium. I'm just kidding. Nah, FaZe are just completely falling apart. Oh dear. Like they might. Hold on. Let's look at what happened on the kickoff here. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, they're just flipping into the ball. They've stopped at the back corners. They might they were definitely like talking more before they lost 2 games. There was more synergy. Sip contemplating his transfer. I mean, Sip's he's on his way to LAN, man. Like, he's on his way to LAN if they just have a decent third event. I don't think he's contemplating his transfer. Whoa, my goodness. Well, that's a ball side rotation from Squishy. I've been asking for this, but the post pinch does not work out. He mind games. Oh my goodness. It's working really well for them in the long run, though. But honestly, good to see this from Squishy. See this? Like what we're currently seeing. Justin's alone at the back. Where do you go, chat? You know the answer to this question. We've been talking about it all night. You ball chase. You go towards the ball. You want to help your last man back out. So that's what Squishy does. He goes straight towards the ball. He's not able to get there first, but at least he's there for what happens next. Because if he's not there, then, I mean, that's probably just a goal for, who's this? Slightly off screen. Sypical, yeah, see? Ball chase, ladies and gentlemen. Just chase the ball. Say thank you later. I think if SRG moved to Europe, would they still qualify? Based on their record so far, you'd have to put them in top 5 EU based on consistency, because Vitality and Semper both made the first event, and they were way less consistent than SRG. Obviously SRG lost to Semper, but I think Semper losing to a lot of teams SRG probably wouldn't lose to. I think SRG would have a decent chance of qualifying in EU, but it would be definitely a lot harder, of course. Yeah, SRG proven to be very, very consistent. They show up every single week and every single RLCS event and produce goods, which is not something you can say for the majority of RLCS teams worldwide. Oh, we have control. Look at this. When Garrett's dead, we can move the camera. I didn't know that. Honestly, I'm liking this game overall. There's, been a couple of wayward jumps and wayward touches, but the ideas behind what Garrett's doing, for the most part, are good. Like, he's definitely playing for his teammates, which is something I love to see. Ooh. NRG, like, the Neo Tokyo luck is definitely shining through. They've been quite fortunate in some exchanges, where it looks like they're just struggling for boost and somehow the perfect play happens. But yeah, that's good read by Garrett again, just like trying to block whatever the biggest threat is. Is there any way that Emmy gets more spots for Spring Major? No, they will get one. Another goal for Energy. I think I remember seeing the comms of this game. I don't remember why I saw this one. But weren't they just like laughing in this game? I think I might have seen it on a clip or something. But yeah, it's game over. Let's go to the last game of the series. Who do you guys want to watch for the last game? Shall we go back to Justin? Because I think Justin's like been the player I want to watch more of. See what he's up to when he doesn't have boost mainly. Okay, I like that. Look at this. Ball cam off. No, actually it's kind of on still, but I was about to say, like, I've been waiting. I want to see more of this from NRG. Like, I'm not even memeing. Like, I want to see NRG turning off ball cam more and going for more demos, because I don't think they do it enough. I think they pass up on a lot of opportunities to just chase the third man, especially in these games that we've seen. He takes off with ball cam on and then turns it off. But the pressure is enough to get the goal. It definitely looks like they're not as practiced at like just knowing when they can go for demos as other teams are. I said that we were gonna. I'll show you guys a game from BDS, and you'll see the difference in the playstyle. I'll show you one game from BDS after. I don't have time for any more than that. Justin slightly awkwardly positioned here. Darts in field. And it would be much easier for Squishy if Justin was further back here, so you could pass it in front of him. But where Justin is makes it quite hard for Squishy to pass, because Squishy has to avoid first killer, which he does. But watch this from Squishy's POV. Garrett passes to him, beautiful. But then Justin's just too far forward, and Squishy has to hit the ball straight at Justin, otherwise First Killer's going to dunk on him. So it's smart not to pass the ball in front of Justin there. This is a good cut though by Justin. So this is the kind of thing that will often catch teams off guard. First Killer probably thinks he has more time here. Out of nowhere, Justin appears, a little bit more boost, and he's touching that. Maybe it's on target, maybe it's backboard for Garrett. Like, this is difficult to read, unpredictable. Squishy's legendary for his demo hate. Like, I know that they don't like demos in like ranked and scrims, but okay, ranked I can understand because you're just chilling out, playing some ranked games for fun. But I will admit I don't see the point in getting upset about demos and scrims. I don't know how that can upset anyone. I mean, I've got friends who get upset about demos, and I just call them out on it. I'm like, why are you upset, bro? You just got outplayed. And then, like, the more that we talk about it, the less upset they get, because they're just like, yeah, to be fair, I did get outplayed. You know, you just think about it like that. Like, you just stop. I mean, it's quite easy to, like, rationalize not being upset about demos. It's part of the game. Get over it. Okay, enough thought about that. Let's think about something else. But yeah, clearly that's not their stance on it, and I don't agree. I don't understand. I don't understand why you would be upset about demos and scrims. The demos and tournaments, not going for demos and tournaments, or, you know, if I think that they just put that whole mentality aside and they do try and demo as much as they can in tournaments because it's good to do that. It's just hard to play against and it's hard to stop. So, as far as I'm aware, NRG just demo as much as they can. But I think that they miss a lot of opportunities to do it. It's not a good shot by First Killer here. I mean, everybody's saying watch typical POV, but honestly, the worst shot is this one. I mean, this should be top shelf. Okay, never mind. This is the worst shot. I didn't realize how bad this was. What is Sypical doing? Okay, yeah, no, both these shots are horrendous, but Sypical's literally going open net. That's me in ranked right there. That's me in ranked. Right, where's Justin? Topper messed him up. The topper is supposed to help him aim. He uses the topper as like a sight. Wait, what happened here? Did Switch get bumped or something? What's going on? Oh, no, he's just faking. Just a massive mind game that FaZe did not see coming. Alright, so that's smart by Justin. Notice how he doesn't immediately jump because he's waiting to see how much boost Sypical has. If Sypical has boost, he can get back to this. Turns out he doesn't have a lot of boost, so Justin takes the ball for free. Only downside is that by shooting the ball far post, he actually makes this very easy to clear. So, all of you guys who've watched a lot of 1v1, you'll know, where do you shoot the ball if you want to make it as awkward as possible for the defender? Which post? Clue is in how I reacted to this play. Left. Okay, you still got it wrong. Right is the right. In this case, it's the right post. Because if you're shooting the ball across the goal to the back post, then all the defender has to do is knock it up into the air, and it will naturally bounce clear. Whereas if you knock it to the near post, the defender has to knock it to the side. They have to generate all the power themselves to the side. Otherwise, the ball will just remain center. If they pop it into the air, as the ball goes towards the near post, it's going to bounce off the backboard and it's in the middle. So actually shooting to the right here makes it harder for First Killer to deal with. Now, First Killer is really, really good in these positions, so he's probably fine. But there's a lot of pros who are still messing this up. So, like, Justin probably would have made a lot more sense to shoot this at the near post. Because right here, if the ball's over the near post, First Killer will be able to see pretty much nothing. He'll just be looking at the ball, and that's all he can see. Far post, he can just like follow it. He still somehow misses, I'm not sure how. Yeah, if you can miss that, you could definitely miss the ball at a near post play. Near post plays tend to have more follow-up than far post plays. Far post, if it you know gets saved, the ball's probably just clear. I think Justin probably just went for as much power as he could. Yeah, you know, it's important to go, like, you know, Justin doesn't make contact here, but he's putting First Killer off by his presence. First Killer's going for a double. He sees Justin here, and that's always got you thinking twice. Like, okay, do I need to adapt into a 50 here? Can always put off your shot, so it's important to have somebody going, even if you do end up missing. Like, it's still good for Justin to go there. It looks like Garrett's on no boost. And again, a very good ball chase by Justin. So what do we see here? We're actually seeing more, you know, ball side rotation from NRG towards the late end of the game. You know, I feel like NRG earlier in the series, Justin might have just rotated away here, but he realizes his team, probably a call of Garrett being on no boost happened, and Justin's like, I'm coming to help, you know? And Squishy's got the net covered, so the only thing Justin has to do is cover the ball, which is what he does. Ooh, they're not going to get it though, because yeah, I think Garrett had no boost this whole play by the looks of things. Yeah, this is the last game of the NRG comeback versus Faze. Faze really did just ditch the back corner kickoffs, didn't they? Like, towards the end of the series, they just did not do that. Like, they were doing it so much earlier, and it seemed to be getting possessions for them, because NRG weren't countering it, but like I said, maybe I missed a kickoff where NRG hard countered it, and then they just stopped doing it. I feel like they could have still mixed it in though. Like they went from doing pretty much all back corner kickoffs to now just doing all normal kickoffs. There's such little kickoff variety in pro play, and this is not an NAEU thing. This is an everybody thing. Like, no one is doing kickoffs particularly well, in my opinion. And as the only set piece in the entire game, that surprises me. It's the only thing you can really plan for. There's nowhere near enough fake kickoffs, nowhere near enough variety in kickoffs in Rocket League. This is a good pass from Squishy to Garrett. Realistically though, I mean, this is a snipe, and I think Garrett did the gun fingers after it. But realistically, this should be challenged. Like, one of AJ or First Killer has to go here. Why are they both driving away? You've got to go. Go. Sooner. Too late. Sypical in net, wishing that they pressured the ball sooner. Sypical's last man back here. He's the guy covering the net. What does he want? What does he need? He needs somebody to pressure the ball so that the shot or the pass happens as early as possible, giving him more time to react. Unfortunately, for Sypical, First Killer just doesn't go. Like, in this position, First Killer doesn't feel comfortable that he can win the ball, so he doesn't go. And this is something I see a lot from First Killer, where he doesn't think he can win the ball outright, so he just doesn't go to the ball. Doesn't Sypical have a better angle? Well, yeah, if he wants... Okay, let me explain this to you, because I don't think a lot of people understand this concept. The player with the best chance to outright win the ball, if they go in this position, is Sypical. Does that mean he should go? No, it doesn't, because he's also the only player who can cover a shot. Like, if Squishy just, you know, passes this to Garrett, and Garrett shoots, Sypical's the only person who was in position to cover that pass and shot combination at all parts of that play. All parts of the play. Like, the fact, you guys are so tunnel visioned on the fact that the pass happened now, and the shot happened now, and therefore you've come to the conclusion that anybody could have defended the net. But what you don't realize is that the pass didn't have to happen there. The pass could have come sooner. Like, the pass could have been, you know, it could have been now if Squishy's a bit more quick to this ball, and the shot could be like coming from this kind of range, you know? Could be coming from the distance Garrett is to the net right now. The fact that it happens there is more like NRG just taking a bit long to get the infield pass off and making the most of the space that FaZe gave them. But generally, you know, if you're not the last man back, like what First Killer isn't, AJ's the person who's most out the play. First Killer is second man here. Well, I mean, technically, since AJ's not in the play, First Killer's first man. But I mean, that's just, you know, that's just the terminology that we use to explain positions in Rocket League. All you need to know is that if Squishy like offloads that to Garrett very quickly, if he like knocks it down right now and he's like very, very quick to this and fires it at Garrett and Garrett blasts it top corner, First Killer cannot save that from here. It's not possible. He's too far away from the top corner at the far side of the goal. But Sypical can save that. If the shot comes in soon, he can get there. And this is not an isolated incident. This is something I've seen so many times where the ball will be in this exact same position and everybody on FaZe is retreating. Giving up space, giving up space, giving up space. Nobody's going. Deadly pass happens. Nobody's able to get their goal. You know, this happens quite a lot actually. Happened a lot to them at LAN as well. So, you know, if you put, I guarantee you, if this is Monkey Moon, he turns around immediately, flies up in the air, and just tries to get any touch on the ball. Like, he just turns, goes. You guys who've watched Monkey Moon play a lot know that I'm telling the truth here. Like, he'll just turn with, like, this much boost. Just go up and just get in the way. Just force a play earlier. Just instantly challenge. Mark by 8, insta challenge. Faze, never challenge. And this is a goal. A really good shot, though. Don't get me wrong. Very good play. But I think the advantage for Monkey Moon is his dead zone just seems to give him, not his dead zone, his sensitivity just seems to give him such a fast takeoff. It can't really be replicated by people using normal controller setups. Oh yeah, this is kind of like, we're watching another play here. It's already 2-1. This is not the same play. First killer's pressuring the ball. AJ's coming in behind him. Has only 4 boosts. Sypical's actually way out the play. And there's just nobody going. This is kind of a weird one though, because I don't know how Sypical ended up over here. Let's see. Yeah, they're kind of just grasping at straws right now. They're going for things that are really not likely to work at all. Controller setup, Monkey Moon has very, very low sensitivity. And like I said, we'll watch one game after this, a BDS game, and you guys can see some of the differences in how the teams play the game. But Energy in these games have absolutely done better than FaZe by a large margin. They've been making a few small mistakes where they leave the ball, giving FaZe too much space, and you know, I think we saw a couple of risky challenges that weren't really necessary. Energy's main issues though, outside of I think that compared to FaZe, they have much better ball pressure than FaZe. Much better. And I think that, you know, they do a lot more for each other than FaZe do. I think Garrett especially in that Neo Tokyo game that we saw, pretty much like every play he's making is like he's not getting clean plays for himself, he's just making life easier for his teammates, which is really good. You need players like that. But I think the main issues that we've seen from NRG is that they don't go for the fastest path back to defense a lot. They like to go for 100 boost pads. They like to go out of their way to get 100 boost pads in positions where it would be much better not to do that. Either just stay in the play with little boost and accept the fact you don't have 100, or just go for small pads because it's just faster. And they definitely don't demo enough. There's no way that NRG demo enough. They don't even look for demos enough. I think that when they're looking, they're quite good at it. They're quite good at going for landing demos that they go for, but they definitely don't look enough. There's quite a few times where they could have gone for demos and they're just like, they don't even have ball cam off. They're driving around with ball cam on. I'm like, why aren't they demoing the third man? Yeah, 0-second play. Super unlucky for for FaZe. NRG, man. NRG got so fortunate with this one. Garrett gets one touch. He's probably thinking that'll be game over. Nope. First killer's got it under control. Pre-jump. The pre-jump from Justin here turned out to be completely unnecessary, because with this shot here, I mean, obviously he's imagining Sypical's going to blast this, but I feel like if he blasts this, fair play. Like, but imagine if that just like crossed the line barely and Justin's like pre-jumped over it. He'd be so sad. SSG's good at demo. Yeah, SSG definitely good at realizing opportunities when they can demo.